Hello there, guys. My name is Chall YouTube channel. This is your Chall live here on StreamYard. The link is at the top of the chat. If you want to ask any questions using your camera and audio, or just audio on its own, both options is completely and utterly fine. Of course, if you don't want to be on the stream asking questions, you can just put them in the chat below, and I will get through every single comment on this stream, apart from the clickbaity ones and the ones that try and catch me out. But if you do want to ask questions live on this stream, either audio only or just camera and audio together, then use the StreamYard link, top of the chat, and let's get some people on and ask them questions about theme parks or about this channel as well, because we've got some very exciting stuff coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that, especially in the summer. Let's go through our first couple of comments. Hello, Bayarame. Welcome to the stream. Hello, John Rosie. Hello, George Costi Richmond. Welcome all of you, one and all, to the stream. So yeah, this one's going to be a nice Q&A stream, a nice Coast Chall live. This is part of a brand new series. Hopefully we can keep going through this and keep doing these kind of live series, and obviously do some more live Q&As, etc. And you know, it's nice to sort of interact with you guys. It's nice to have that interaction. We already have our first couple of callers. Let's go for our first one, because he called him first. George is on the show. George, welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you very much, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got an extra cameraman.
What?
It looks like someone else is like using the camcorder. Is it like you got like a cameraman?
No.
All right. It looked like you were moving the camcorder hands free. So I was like, have you got like a cameraman getting for this moment? So what are you sort of thinking about the news recently? They obviously released some videos on things like the Donny Museum, on Twinrail, on different updates. Got some more updates coming as well. I mean, there's been a lot of news in the last week.
Yeah, it's quite exciting, but we're in lockdown, so we can't do anything.
Yeah, it's hard at the minute, especially because, you know, we're not going to have that February opening like we did with Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And overall, hopefully we do get that sort of first day in March, and fingers crossed we do get that sort of opening day vibes, hopefully at a social distance. I mean, sort of talking about Blackpool Pleasure Beach while we're on that topic, what are you thinking could be their next big projects? We've had Icon, we've got the Valhalla refurbishment coming in 2022. What are you sort of looking at in terms of next big projects?
I don't know. I've never been there myself.
Oh, you not been?
No, never.
Oh, wow. You're missing out. You're missing out big time. Are you hoping to go though at some point, either this year or in the next year or two? Are you hoping to pay a visit to Blackpool?
Yeah, I've always fancied to go, but I've never been.
All right. Well, trust me, you'll enjoy it once you do end up going. I'm going to get some more callers on, but George, thank you very, very much, and keep watching the videos because all your support means the world.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
No worries. Bye, George. Lovely to have George on the stream. Let's get our next caller in. Liam from the Yorkshire area. Liam, how you doing?
I'm all right. If there's any Liverpool fans on, if you'd like the news, there's no Fabinho in the lineup.
Firmino's benched.
Fabinho.
Oh, Fabinho. Firmino's still in there.
He's had a minor knock.
Ah, interesting. So who's playing the defence then? Is it Rico Williams?
Alisson, Robbo, Hendo, Matip, Trent, Milner, Thiago, Wijnaldum, Mane, Firmino, Salah.
Wow, that's actually not a bad lineup. Let's go through before you go on with the Spurs lineup. Let's get a few more comments on. John Rosie, you have a fan called Coasters for Life. Who is George? He's a fan of the channel. He loves Chessington World Adventures, I'm sure, and he's he's a fan of the channel, which is lovely to see. John, do you think Merlin theme parks would be able to open in time? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I probably don't think so, but it would be nice. You should get Jack Silkstone on the stream. Jack, if you are watching this right now live, then I would love for you to be on the stream. Liam and George literally look identical, says Coasters for Life. We're gonna get another caller in while we've got a chance. James is back on the show. James, welcome.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello, James. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Not too bad. We're going to propose that question that I put to George to you guys next. What is Liam's favourite coaster? Says Coaster for Life.
Oh, I've been on quite a lot. I'd say
My favourite is the Twister at Lightwater Valley.
no.
Wait, that's looking really good now on the fairground circuit. I got sent some footage from a small fairground YouTube channel from the north, and the whole paint up of that looks really nice. But Liam, what's your favourite coaster?
I'd say either Nemesis or Smiler. But if it's at my home park, Mingoland, it's Velocity.
Okay, fair enough. Velocity, Nemesis, or Smiler. I mean, I'm going to go with Wickerman, Nemesis, or the Swarm, but I think Wickerman just kind of tops it a little bit over Nemesis. And
Yeah, because I know
Wicker
Wickerman's got the best seat.
Oh yeah, best theming, 100%. Very cool looking theme. Coasters for Life says James Wilson is a cool dude.
Thank you.
And then he says, what is your guys' favourite theme parks? Actually, we'll hold off on that question because I think someone was trying to call back, but we'll get them back on at some point. Coast for Life says, what is your guys' favourite theme parks? I'm going to start off quickly and say Alton Towers. I think dominates over the rest in the UK. I think in terms of worldwide, I'm going to pick Disneyland Paris, but that's the only European park I've been to, or the only park outside of the UK. So I'm going to stick with Disneyland Paris. I mean, Liam, what's your favourite theme park? I've got a pretty good guess.
I'm going to do this in two separate segments. First thing,
Right.
Pleasure Beach. Just for the memories, because I have gone to Pleasure Beach since I was like a little kid, and I go at like every October. So yeah, obviously not this year, but so yeah, and then it's Alton Towers for me if it's for the rides.
Yeah.
But for the memories of my child life, it's Pleasure Beach.
Okay, fair enough. James, what's your favourite theme park? You can split it into segments, or you can just say out and out what your favourite theme park is, like I did. Or
My favourite theme park is Fantasy Island in Skegness.
all right, what's great about Fantasy Island? 'Cause I've never been.
Really good.
What do you think, James? What's your sort of favourite bit about Fantasy Island? What makes it so attracting to the public? I think his internet's gone. Yeah. Let's get a couple of comments while we're in here. Coasters for Life says this is an epic stream. You are?
Internet's good today.
Right. I was going to say the internet quality can be poor sometimes. James, what's your favourite bit about Fantasy Island? Just before your internet dies. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, Coach for Life says this is an epic stream. Thank you. Alton Towers says John Rose. Yeah, Alton Towers is a great theme park. It's got a very exciting future. I mean, this is a talking point that I sort of wants to bring up in future streams as well. Alton Towers 2022. I'm not expecting anything massive, especially with the World Day with Williams this year. But I think if they are going to do anything, as Coast for Life says, RIP James Internet, as I look at 2022, I'm thinking, even if it's just a small family ride or like an indoor CBeebies experience in the Nina's Science Lab building and a family ride somewhere else in the park or two, that could even be counted as something good for the 2022 season. A couple of family rides here and there, and maybe like a small family attraction in that Nina Science Lab building in CBBS Land, just to give that whole area a bit of a spruce up, because it hasn't really had a new ride in a couple of years. So by this point, so I mean, and they can't go a couple of years without at least one new ride in CBBS Land. So it kind of follows the pattern, really. I mean, what are you sort of expecting for 2022 when you look at the sites available and think of the realistic possibilities when you think they've delayed a new area from the previous year to 2021?
I can't. Now I know Nina's Science Lab needs something doing to it, but
it needs something in it because it's gone now. It needs something in that building.
I can't see it getting anything this year.
Okay.
For the point of David Williams' World / Gangster Granny has just come in. Do they really want to do 2 dark rides together? You'd think that a dark ride and then, let's say, I know it's not going to happen, but let's say a water coaster. They want a bit of difference, not every year, not like this year Gangster and then next year another dark ride. It just wouldn't. I don't think it would be happening. So I expect something else, but I don't know what.
Yeah, 100%. James, I think before your internet died, we were sort of going to come to you about that Fantasy Island decision of your favourite theme park. Why is Fantasy Island such a great theme park? What attracts it? 'Cause I've never been before. Oh, the internet's going. I hate it. I hate internet sometimes. Now I think his mic's muted. What's happened? I don't know what's happened.
I think it's his internet again.
Yeah, his internet. I'm really, really sorry, James. Right, private chat. Yeah, I'm just having a look. Let's bring someone else on while we're waiting for James. Sorry about that, James. We'll bring you back on when your internet's back. George wants to come back on and talk about something. As we say, Kieran, for 2022, let's see a thrilling flat ride. I'd like that as well. And hello, Adventure Air, and welcome to the stream. George wants to talk to me about English theme parks.
Yes, I would like to discuss Chillington, my favourite theme park.
Okay, brilliant. What sort of talking points do you want to sort of discuss?
Don't know, like what could happen in the future, like the rumour about Forbidden Tomb returning, the new drop tower, the blue barnacle.
I have to admit that new drop tower looks quite impressive.
The theming on it looks absolutely incredible, and I think it's good for a family thrill ride. In terms of the future, I mean, sort of going beyond past Croc Drop and the Blue Barnacle. I mean, Liam, I'll put this question to you first before I share my thoughts. I mean, what could you see potentially as the next major project after this drop tower opens this year in 2021?
I can see. Is it Forbidden Tomb? I can see that either getting. I think I'm right in saying it's just had an overhaul, but I think it needs a proper, decent. Because last time I went it looked just like Joel to me. You know what I mean? It didn't look the greatest, so I think that needs a bit of a revamp. But I think it needs a new coaster as well, because I can't remember last time they had one, but yeah. Do you have the money though? That's the question. Obviously Merlin will, but
yeah.
Liam, I believe that Forbidden Tomb might return for this season. There's rumours that it's coming back for 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So it's going to come back as Forbidden Tomb and not Tomb Blaster. It's going to come back in that original Forbidden Tomb name.
There's talk about that from multiple sources. I've even heard it mentioned from Nick Hudson.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, I mean, to be fair, I never got to I've not experienced the ride at all yet, but I've never seen much from it as the old Forbidden Tomb. So it's kind of nice to sort of maybe get that originality back into Chessington in sort of a more modern way. Let's get some more comments on. Please, could we have Adventure Aaron on the stream? Adventure, if you're watching this and you want to come in, the StreamYard link's top of the chat. I put it at the top before we started. Are Liam and George twins? Says Cousins for Life. No, they're not. Because I did get a comment from earlier after you went off the stream, George, that said you two look like each other.
We do. We do look quite alike.
Maybe the glasses, but nothing else.
John Rosie says, I think Alton Towers in 2022 should make a small 4D cinema in Nina's and a flying theatre in the Ice Age building. To be fair, a David Williams themed flying theatre and a 4D cinema to replace the old one themed CBeebies, that would be two wonderful dark investments in the same year. Maybe make it a hat trick with something permanent done to the Nemesis of Terror building. Maybe if there's success with the Croc Drop, maybe do something like that, but indoors, like the kind of old Subterra system, but maybe a new manufacturer. So I think that would be nice. Great idea. Yeah, I agree. It's a great idea. Do you think it's possible to RMC Grand National? To be fair, I think I read somewhere that Alan Schulke said to an enthusiast during some kind of event that it's not impossible and it can be done. So it's not going to say it will be done by RMC. It's not going to say it will happen, but I think he said it can be done. So it's not exactly teasing anything. It's just saying he thinks it can be done, which is great coming from, the great Alan Schulke. Does Liam Barry remember when Liverpool lost 7-2 to Villa?
Can I just ask who the world champions are? Who the Premier League champions are?
How many roller coasters have you all been on? I can't even remember my coaster count. George, do you remember your coaster count at all?
No, I would have to think about it. I've been on quite a few. I've not been on any with any inversions though.
There's the best team in the world.
Wait, Liam's got Liverpool on. Yeah, I agree, George. I think that I think with coasters with inversions, I think this is quite a big discussion topic in the theme park community. I think once you get over the inversion phase on one, then maybe you'll get more coasters to your credit. I mean, do you think that maybe you'll experience some inversion-based coasters in the future?
Yeah, maybe like if I went to Disneyland Paris, I may go on like Hyperspace Mountain or Indiana Jones.
Yeah, all the new Iron Man coaster, all the new Rock and Roller Coaster refurb into Iron Man.
Yeah.
So that's got a couple of inversions. Crash Coaster says Alan said that to. Well, I don't want to say the name because we for obvious reasons. Kieran says I remember the old 4D cinema at Flamingo Land, but it got destroyed for the new Cars ride. And congrats to Liverpool for losing the FA Cup.
Worst £5 million I've ever spent from England, I say.
Really?
It's just not worth it. None of the cars work, literally. I'm an assistant on it, and it's just terrible.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Liam, that Cars ride at Flamingo Land can't be as bad as Imperial Leather Bubble Works. That was laughable.
Well, the one at Flamingo Land needs Wi-Fi to run the thing.
Oh my god, that's a fair point. That's a point to shut down all the others. Coasters for Life says everyone smash the like button. That would be much appreciated, guys. Please smash the like button if you can. It would really mean a lot. Matthew says Universal versus Disney. That's a good one. I mean, I'll put this to you first, Liam. Universal or Disney? I mean, because they both do great IP attractions. They both bring experiences all together. But which one does it the best? I think that Universal's more thrilling than Disney. But what's a better sort of brand?
I've never been to any Disney or Universal park. Never. So from an outsider perspective, it looks more like an experience to go to Disney.
Okay. George, what are you thinking? What's more of a better experience overall, Universal or Disney?
I can't really answer that because I've only been to Disneyland Paris, and that was during May 2006. I was only 6 years old, so it wouldn't be fair for me to comment.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And to be fair, I'm probably the same as you because I last went to Disneyland Paris when I was 6, and I've not been to any theme parks outside the UK since. We are going to get a UK Disneyland, hopefully in 2024.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
We're in
can't wait for that. Yeah, the London Resort. Let's get some more comments in. Excalibur Coaster says, I think Alton Towers deserve an RMC Raptor or a Vekoma launched coaster. That's interesting, definitely.
Mac, double launch coaster. I've said it a million
Yeah.
times. That would make Alton Towers just legendary, I think.
It would be nice. Coast for Life says, when do you think Corona will end? We're not going to answer any coronavirus questions in this stream. It's all positive. The correct answer is universal, according to Matthew. Fair play. Let's get a couple more comments in. Kieran says, my coaster count is probably just over 30. Not really that it's just been great. Just a couple JK parks. Fair enough. Never been to a Disney either. Never took my interest. Disney R emoji. Cinderella Industries says, I can see full test runs of Jersey Devil Coaster very soon. Constructing is almost done. 2 weeks probably, just because how fast construction is coming to an end. That's a decent topic actually, because of course we are verging on the end of the construction period. In fact, we're at the end of the construction period of the Jersey Devil Coaster. Liam's just gone off. He'll be back hopefully. It's just the internet. George, that's an interesting topic. The Jersey Devil Coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure. That's looking like a very good, thrilling single rail coaster project.
I don't know anything about that actually.
Oh, trust me. By the videos that I've done, trust me, it's one of those big projects this year. Those guys, those of you who are watching this, who will have watched the videos, will know how big this project is. Crash Coaster says, lol, everyone knows the endangered spiders are more important than London Resort being built. That's what's stopping it at the minute. What is George's favourite movie, says Coasters for Life. George, what's your favourite movie?
Oh, I love Chitty Chitty Bum Bum.
Good movie. Very good movie. Liam, I might as well put that question to you as well.
To be honest with you, I don't watch movies. I don't watch many movies because I have ADHD, which basically means I can't sit down for very long and watch movies. So the other day I watched 5 Feet Apart, and I think that was an actual decent movie.
All right, fair enough. Third time's the charm. Let's get James back on. Hopefully your internet's working, James. Let's go back to what we were talking before you came on last. And we said about favourite theme parks. You said Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
What makes Fantasy Island attracting to people? Because I've not experienced that park yet.
Oh, it's the best.
Brilliant. Short and sweet, straight to the point. We're going to bring Ryan in. Ryan, how you doing?
Pretty good, my friend. Thank you. How's it going, everyone?
Yeah, doing well.
Yeah, not too bad. So have you got any questions or any discussion topics that we think we could discuss?
Oh, I've got one. So, do you guys reckon that Portland Park are going to be able to open their Tornado Springs new area to the park by the time they said? Do you guys reckon that that's going to happen, or if it's going to be postponed to a later date to be declared?
Oh, that's interesting. James, I might as well put that question to you first, since you're thinking about it. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't really know because of what's happening with the COVID at the moment.
Yeah, very, very 50-50 situation. George, we'll put that question to you. Do you think Tornado Springs will open to the date that they said in the advert?
I don't know about the date, but I'm pretty sure it will open this year, but I'm not sure because I hope so because they spent thousands on it. It's already been postponed once and they need it open because it looks brilliant.
Yeah, I've seen all the construction from it. It looks fantastic. We've covered this on the channel for about a year and a half now. and it looks one of the best themed areas, arguably the best themed areas in the country, especially maybe even Europe. Liam, your thoughts on it? Do you think we're going to open it on time, or do you think it'll just be 2021 overall and no specific date really?
I can see them not open. No theme parks will be open. I don't even think we'll be out of lockdown by March. Never mind, no theme parks opening. So I think that, like last year, we'll get a set date, like at 4th of July or something like that, where the government will say that everything can open again. I think Portland Park will just redo the date to whatever date they can open.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't think they're going to open it on the March date that they were saying on the advert, but I do hopefully think we'll get some kind of opening in 2021 and then like a full ceremony once COVID's out of the world. Before we sort of talk about, because I've got a specific, since you're on, Ryan, I thought it'd be a nice discussion topic, something to talk about once we get a few people's more comments on. Got a lot of comments to get through before we talk more. Single Rail Industry says Velocicoaster is testing people. Love it, can't wait. What's everyone's favourite colour? Mine's pink. Liam, we'll go with you.
Green or red. Sorry, yeah, green or red.
Green or red? Ryan?
It's pink. My favourite one is as well.
Yes, pink squad. George?
I don't know. I like a lot of colours. Pink is quite nice. I have some pink t-shirts.
Yeah, that's fair enough. James?
Red.
Hey, good colour. Let's go through some more comments quickly. Excalibur Coasters says, how do you feel if Cedar Fair bought Alton Towers? Goodbye, Alton Towers. A lot more coasters, a little less theming and care, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's going to have to be its own video, really. It's an interesting comment, but I'll probably produce it as its own video as well. But sort of quick opinions then, starting with you, Ryan. How would you feel if the Cedar Fair, the owners of Kings Island, Cedar Point, California's Great American, Osprey Farm, bought Alton Towers? What could they do with that park?
I have no idea. I've actually never been to Alton Towers. The only thing that I know about the Alton Towers is obviously the Smiling crash. You know, I like, that's all I know. I don't even remember the date or the year where it happened, but you know, I don't know. But I know a few things about Alton Towers, but I wouldn't personally think that would be go down well. Cedar Fair or Alton Towers. I don't think it would go down well at all. That's my opinion.
I'd probably agree with that, to be fair. George, next up. How do you feel if Cedar Fair bought Alton Towers? The owners of Cedar Point bought Alton Towers.
I don't know. I think Alton Towers should stay with Merlin. I think if any Merlin park was sold on, it would be Fort Park, because it's a dying apocalyptic dump at the moment. And I think they need to add some more family rides, because it's all holidays. It's more like a nightmare place than a jolly theme park.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd really agree. I think Thorpe Park does need some TLC done to it. Liam, going across. Yeah, 100%. Loggers Leap needs to come back. Liam, how would you feel if Cedar Point owners bought Alton Towers? What would they do with it?
The only way they would ever buy Alton Towers is if Merlin went bankrupt.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. I'd probably agree with that. James, last up. How would you feel if Cedar Fair, the owners of Cedar Point, bought Alton Towers, and what could you see done to it, knowing their business plan with their theme parks?
Put in the DC Comics and the Looney Tunes themed areas.
That would be pretty nice, to be fair. That's more Six Flags, but I think Cedar Fair could go down that route maybe, and sort of see how they've successfully done that with Six Flags.
Like a Planet Snoopy edition.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. They do lots of them in the theme parks and the Cedar Fair chain anyway, so that would be a a lovely way to change it, especially if they got rid of the CBB stuff in the future. Coast for Life says we should get Nasher vlogs on the stream. I mean, that'd be lovely.
See, that's how I found out about you through National Vlogs, because I've known Kim since 2014. So there you go.
Yeah,
right. What?
I think we should get.
In fact,
now, Aaron.
You got to go, James.
Yeah.
All right, James. Thank you very, very much for coming on the stream, mate. Much appreciated, and keep watching the content.
Yeah. Thank you, mate.
See you later.
Yeah.
I have a subject. I would like.
Liam, you were saying.
What's everyone think of the new Merlin standard and whatever?
Oh, the brand new passes.
What do you think of the prices? Because personally, I think I don't.
I think their introductory offer was quite cheap, but it's ridiculous now.
I'm sorry. When I first started going to theme parks from 2008, when I was 5, I remember you could probably get the whole family that I'm in for the price of one person that they're trying to charge you now.
Yeah.
Whole family. What is it?
Gone through the roof.
Yeah.
More expensive.
Now,
100%.
I don't know if anyone remembers, but I really remember this. There was I think it was called a VIP Merlin pass, and it was like.
Oh, I remember that.
It was £1,000.
Oh my god!
Right.
That was ridiculous.
And you literally got everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, who in the right mind gonna pay £1,000 for a pass?
It's like that massive Wicker Man statue for £4,000, and someone thinking, "Okay, I'll buy it." But someone did eventually. I love how Ryan is much more calm on the stream than usually is, swearing every second. Says Coast for Life. Must watch the content. Let's have a look at some more comments before we get into this Halloween discussion. What is your favourite animal? Yes, George.
I've got another subject. I thought we could talk about IPs and wide sponsorships, because
100%.
dominating the theme parks.
Yeah, we've got a subject to talk about before, but then after that we'll get into IPs, because I wanted to get into that today anyway. So thanks for reminding me without thinking you're going to remind me of something. But yeah, Coast for Life says, before we get into a couple more of those topic discussions, including IPs, what is your favourite animal, says Coast for Life? I'm going to go with a lion, because they're fierce, and I love at Yorkshire Wildlife Park when they're roaring on the hill. It's nice camera shots. Liam?
Well, I don't know if anyone follows Flamingoland, but their PR team on that Instagram, I know they can't spell their own company name, but Chall understand. But their photos of their animals are just class. Like the lions, tigers, but I really like tigers and lions and sea lions. Them ones at Flamingoland, they are very tempting.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, favourite animal?
My favourite animal, because we get called the giant giraffes from where I'm from, so it's a giraffe.
Are you giant by?
Pardon, sorry?
Are you giant by any chance?
I'm 6'4".
Yes, then.
George?
Well, I can't say I like lots of animals. I can tell you what animals I don't like.
Fair enough.
I don't like flies. I don't like wasps. I don't like vultures.
They're insects.
Yes, we're on the same page, George. Best theme park area. I'm going to go with Families, CBeebies Land, Thrill Seekers. Thrill Seekers, I'm going to go with the Swarm Island. I think that's only got one ride, but it's the area that makes it up. I mean, Ryan, you're next. Favorite theme park area for Families and then Thrill Seekers.
I think Family Park will have to be Peppa Pig World, Portons Park. And then I think, what is it? I think for like I'm thinking. I'm just going to go with this one. I can't remember the name, but it's the Tiger area at Chessington World of Adventure.
Land of the Tiger.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my favourite one. I love that. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like -2 outside. I will go on that ride, 100%. It's a must.
Yeah, that's a dream ride. After seeing the refurbishment done to Dragon's Fury, it's a Dragon's Fall. Sorry, it's a dream ride.
I'm sorry, but if anyone in like America or Canada tries to say that there's a better water ride there, then I'm sorry. No, there's no that one. Lovely.
George, favourite family area and favourite thrill seeker theme park area?
I don't really know. I haven't been to that many thrill parks.
Okay, but just think just one theme park area then. Which one would you think is your favourite?
I don't know. I probably would say for England, the whole of Chessington. I just feel really immersed at Chessington World of Adventures. It's so immersive. I call it Disney in England because it reminds me of Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mini Disney's Animal Kingdom type park. Liam, favourite theme park area?
For extreme the thrill rides, X Sector.
Yeah.
Family area, Thomas Land at Drayton Manor.
Okay, that's a decent shout. Let's go through some more comments then. Kieran says Tornado Springs will probably open when the whole park opens in like May or June. Coast Chall does the best live streams, if I can get that up. Hang on. There was a lot of comments. Has the best live streams, thank you very much. What would you think of a new Intamin prefabricated wooden coaster with blitz trains and inversions? I think that'd be a dream creation. What's all your favourite Lego sets? Says John. I don't have that much Lego sets, to be honest. So if anyone has any Lego sets and wants to pipe up, then
Jack Silkstone, because he did a video on Lego the other day. He bought a Lego set of the stealth train on this little track, and he bought from someone on Etsy. I'd go and check it out. I'd go and check Jack's video out because the guy does really good design.
Yeah, I saw that video yesterday. It was a cool video, and I recommend you guys go and check it out. And if Jack's watching, first of all, hello. And if you want to come in the stream, StreamYard links at the chat, and that goes for everyone else as well. Hello, YouTube user. Interesting name. Welcome to the stream. I wish Alton Towers could build over tree line. I wish I was well. Hello, Asterix. Ryan is cool, says Coasters for Life. Julian says London Resort got through the first stage today. It did indeed. And February 1st is the day we find out about the approval, I think. So we'll know for sure if this is going off the ground finally after like 8 years. Jesus, I'm 5'6", says Kieran. If you could have the power of invisibility, what would you do first? I'd probably blend into bus stops and make sure I get ahead of everyone in the queue.
No, you need to get invisible for coaster queues, not bus.
That's a fair shout. Can you give a shout out to Delilah, please? Shout out to Delilah. Must be a fan of the channel. Nickelodeon Land at Blackpool Post Beach is up there with the best family areas in the UK. That's a good area, to be fair. That's a really good area. Do some really good rides. Who's the best person on the stream right now? I think all of us are great in our own way, Coasters for Life. It's not really a competition. Would you rather go to South Africa or China or Poland? Poland, because it's got Energylandia.
I would not say South Africa, guys. I would not recommend going there.
Well, South Africa, to be fair, has got a couple of interesting crafts. They've got a Ghost Light Eurofighter. Well, they used to have a Ghost. No, I think they've still got a Ghost Light Eurofighter. Then they've got Zamperla Thunderbolt. They've got a Zamperla Thunderbolt at one of their parks, which is nice. Have you ever been stung by a bee at a theme park? I've been surrounded by them, but not really attacked, even though I hate them.
Now saying I work at a theme park, you'd think I would get stung quite a lot. When you've got a ride operational sign in your hand that you flip over daily, they do fly away from you because they know what they'll get.
Do you think the Thought Park team are planning an intimate mega coaster like Condor? I mean, do they watch Jack Siltstone? He was talking about that yesterday. That would be a great invention for Thought Park. That'd be a great coaster. We're going to get into a couple of topics first, including IPs, what George mentioned, and we've got a discussion about a specific time of the year, which could be the start of the theme parks. Hello, Theme Park Viper. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm not sure why my name's not showing up. My YouTube name is actually Chocolate Chip, which is actually a decent name, to be fair. Have you been to... You are?
Oh, I said that's really good.
Have you ever been to Marjolaine Cownatty? That's a more recent park, so we've not had the chance to go to that yet. Flamingland's a pain with bees, though. Yeah, fair enough. Right. Let's get into some discussion topics. So one I wanted to talk about before IPs was a specific time of the year that could open the parks up as well as the individual events at this time of year, but could mean a full-on experience or could be a setback experience with the stuff that's going on now in the world with COVID, and that is, of course, Halloween. Now, obviously, there's many different events that are going to want to go full-on if COVID gets calmed down in the next few months. Alton Scarefest, Thorpe Park Fright Nights, York Mace Howler Scream will hopefully come back this year. Doncaster Fear Factory, local to me, has been posting some really cool stuff on their social media to promote their event coming back after 5 years away. So if COVID restrictions allow, then I recommend all of you guys coming down to Thornhurst Manor, which is where the where the event's been located. But so talking about Halloween events, I mean, let's talk about Thorpe Park Fright Night specifically in this video, and then we'll talk some more in future live streams. In terms of the maze lineup for Thorpe Park Fright Nights, being it is the anniversary this year, what do you think they could go down? Because it all depends really on how COVID affects the situation and how if they're going to go full on, or they're going to go for the festival style where it's less mazes and more scare zones. I mean, Ryan, we'll start with you.
Pardon, sorry, I was just looking on my phone. I've just got a message. Sorry.
Thorpe Park Fright Nights, do you think they're going to go full on for the anniversary if the situation calms down, or do you think we're looking at another festival style for the anniversary and more scare zones and less mazes?
See, it's a difficult one because, for instance, everyone thinks that because this vaccine is around, because what I think and what quite a few other people think is that if they get the vaccine, they're safe. But that's not the case. And unfortunately, even if they made it mandatory, which they pretty much can't, people can be allergic to needles and masks. So if they were able to get this vaccine put into like a pill, maybe, then yes, it could calm the situation down and then they could go full out for this anniversary this year. So at the moment, if they can't make a pill, I'm saying it will be a similar event to last year. But if they can manage to get this thing put into a pill by maybe May latest, I'm thinking that it could go full out this year, 100%. If that can happen by May.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the sort of way we're looking at. I think we're looking at COVID to say, okay, you've had your bit of sick, twisted humour. Now you can stop and go away from the world, and hopefully we have that. Liam, we'll go to you next about this. Thorpe Park Fright Nights, could they go full out, or do we have to look at COVID and say, well, you've had your sick, twisted entertainment, now go away?
Well, carrying on with the vaccine. Never. I'm one of these people who goes, I won't get in it yet anyway, because I'm an 18-year-old lad that isn't critical, isn't needing it. I just don't. I don't know. It can, but as flu jabs go, you get it in every year. So do we need this every year? So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because Liverpool are playing in 15 minutes.
Oh, you're a Liverpool supporter. Yes.
So
Hey, we've got two Liverpool fans on.
the Tottenham game because I'm dreading it.
Same.
Fair enough.
Especially after Man United and Burnley.
Yeah.
Right, Liam, thank you very much for coming on.
See you later. Bye-bye.
See you later, Liam.
See ya.
Massive respect for having him on. George, we'll go to you then for this question. Thought Park Fright Nights, they're going to go full out, or do you think we have to rely on COVID to not make it into another festival event like last year?
I think it depends on how COVID reacts and responds, because no one apart from clairvoyants or fortune tellers knows how COVID will play out. I think it depends on the situation at the time with COVID, and no one can predict that at this time.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Let's go through some more comments. Have you ever been to Wuhan, or would you love to go in the future? I personally haven't. What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten? That's a bit weird. That's a weird question.
Can I just say quickly, that's the funny coincidence. I've actually been to Wuhan before.
Oh, wow.
Actually been there in 2008. I actually went there.
Right.
I know, because we were going to Beijing, and when we were on our flight, something happened to the plane, so we had to do an emergency landing in Wuhan. We were there.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, pretty good.
Beautiful city, by the way. It's lovely.
Yeah, hopefully we all get to go back traveling in safety in the future. Best YouTuber. There's a lot of people that I sort of watch and look up to. AFTV, who's been on this channel before. There's the Sidemen, who I want to get on the channel. There's Joe Sugg, who I want to get on the channel. There's loads of other people I want to get on the channel, but I can't remember their names at this stage. Kieran says, I think Halloween will go ahead, but still looking to be harder for actors with social distancing. I think I probably agree with that. Yeah. You guys all seem awesome. Really hope you're being amazing and stay safe, guys. Thank you very much. YouTube user, aka Chocolate Chip, which is your name. We know now that's your name. Massive shout out to you. And yeah, thank you very much for your safety message. Going down the comments list. Let's have a look. What's your number one bucket list coaster, says John. I'm going to first of all go straight out the gate and say it's between two. I've gone with Iron Gwazi or Shambhala, and Hyperion's a bonus third option to make it a top three. Ryan, your number one bucket list coaster, if you've got a top three, then please give it.
Oh, darn it. I'm trying to remember what one that's called in Cape Town. Hold on. I'll just get that up very quickly. If you want to ask, you do him fast
George.
and we'll get it. Yeah.
George, your number one bucket list coaster, and if you've got a top three list to get another two on, then that'd be great as well.
I don't know. Maybe a roller coaster I haven't been on is the Scenic Railway at Dreamland Margate. That one I would like to go on.
Yeah, very historic coaster and full of history. What is your ultimate life goal, says Coaster for Life? 1 million subs and to do Dancing on Ice. That'd be brilliant. Come on, Tottenham, supporting them tonight, says Kieran. He's a Blackpool fan. He's a Blackpool fan, but I'm guessing he doesn't like Liverpool. George is inspirational. He should do a YouTube channel, says Coaster for Life. George, you ever thought about setting up a YouTube channel?
I don't know. I've got many medical problems and health problems, so I'm not sure because I'm quite often in hospital.
Oh, bless you, my friend. Oh.
Yeah, bless you, man. But would you consider doing it in the future if you had the chance?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it though, or what content to do though. I would need some advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I'm always here for advice. I'm always here for advice. Ryan's always here for advice, and everyone else in the community is here for advice as well. Anyway, so yeah, we're all here.
I've got it up now. It's Monkey Falls at Ratanja Junction. Yeah, Monkey Falls.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the. To be fair, the Ratanga Junction theme park is something I want to experience in the future. So it's not a bad looking park. Yeah, Coast for Life isn't a fan of Yucky Tottenham. James says, let's hope they're doing the vaccination rollout for this year. Well, they're doing it at the minute, so let's pray it goes out quicker than expected. Wuhan has a theme park with an SNF launch roller coaster and a gravity group coaster and more. I've seen some stuff for that, so very exciting looking park. Wuhan in China, that's where COVID-19 broke out. Yeah, but hopefully they're going to get the situation under control.
Yeah, but what people don't really realise is COVID's been around for years.
Yeah.
Most people
don't. Yeah, that's fair enough. YouTube user says, I love dancing on ice. That'd be so cool if you got on. Really hope you do one day. It'd be lovely. So, yeah. Number one bucket list coaster is Red Force. That's pretty good. And YouTube user says, George, all my best wishes go out to you, man. Support from the community there. Right. Final discussion topic of today will be IPs, because, of course, we promised that. Obviously, go for it, Ryan.
IPs?
Yeah, IPs, like intellectual properties like SDBBs, Thomas, basically the brands.
Oh, what, like theme parks?
Yeah. The IPs, like the CBBS land's an IP, Thomas land's an IP.
Land will be for me, I've never been, but it looks brilliant. It actually looks brilliant. Like, even though I'm, nearly 18, I'd love to go there, Although I may not be able to fit on most of the rides, I'd love to just, go around and take photos.
No, man, you'll be all right. Trust me, I'm bigger than you are. So,
are you?
Yeah.
Jeez. I thought at 6'4" I was like a giant. No one could touch me.
To be fair, I think I'm like 6'2" and like around 100 pounds. So
100 pounds,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm 280 pounds, so I'm quite a big boy.
Oh wow.
I think maybe you meant kilograms, because 100 pounds would mean that you'd pretty much be dead.
Yeah, I think I must have measured it wrong. Yeah, I never got a grade in maths, so we're just gonna move on. Especially with schools nowadays and the exam period and stuff like that. I feel sorry for the kids doing education at the minute. So talking about IPs then, since it's the last topic, the future of IPs, it's a very exciting one, but also a very confusing one, because we don't know what's going to turn up where. We don't know what IPs are going to be the future of theme parks, because especially looking in the UK, when you look at the ones we've got already, like Thomas, in Chessington, you've got things like Room on the Broom, Gruffalo.
Julia Donaldson.
Yeah, the Julia Donaldson books, the ones at Chessington over the last few years. So
I love that Buffalo ride. I love that to bits.
I love the look of because I haven't got the chance to do that right yet. But I love the look of the iconic Bubble Works. But what they've done to a dying brand is amazing.
Oh my! Like, what is it? When Nasha Vlogs and I were there in March, because we were there literally 5 days before lockdown number 1. I think we went on that ride and we stayed on for 7 times in a row. It's such a it's so well themed in there. It's one of the most themed out rides I've ever done.
Is it better than Bubble Works, Brian?
I personally say yeah. I personally say yes, but everyone has different opinions, but yeah, I'd say yeah.
I've heard it's not got many theming elements. I've heard it's all like TV screens.
It's mainly that, yes. But a little feature that I like is, so with most like ride attractions, like indoor water ride attractions, is that you have speakers laid around in the actual arena of the ride, of the attraction, but they actually have waterproof speakers built in to the raft that you use to go around the actual attraction.
Really?
They have built-in speakers, yeah, waterproof.
I never knew that. When it was Bubble Works, I don't think they did.
Yeah, no. So they're built into the actual. Yeah. It's so cool. But I personally say that it's better than Bubble Works. But each to their own opinion.
Anything would be better than Bubble Works, in my opinion. I hated it. The Imperial leather. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was a complete die of the original theme. If there was something they could have done to the original Bubble Works, if there was that possibility, then it would have been nice. But I think there was no other way they could go about it. They had to completely change the theme of it. It had to become a brand new ride in itself. And I think that what they've done in terms of the theming of it is actually really good. So, that's the IPs of the Julia Donaldson books is something I wanted to see sort of during this, and it'd be nice to sort of see more of these Julia Donaldson books going into Chessington War Adventures. So I think we're approaching the end of the stream. Let's get a few more comments in quickly before we say goodbye. Ryan Standard should do Strictly Come Dancing, says Coast for Life. So if I'm doing Dancing on Ice, then you got to do Strictly, apparently.
I can't even floss. Guys, I can't even do the floss off of Fortnite, so there's no way I could go on to Strictly Dancing.
Mate, I can't even do it either. Number one bucket list coaster is Shambhala. Very good coaster. It's one of my bucket list coasters as well. Number one is Scenic Railway 2. Brilliant. Love to see the Batman IP. That'd be nice in the UK parks. What is all your guys' record number of times you marathoned on a coaster? My record is actually 7 times on Thor back in 2015. And that was the first ever visit I had to Thorpe Park, and it was it was a quiet day, and there was wet weather at points, but mainly it was all right, just a bit cloudy. But there was no queue. And there was actually times where I actually went round 2 or 3 times in a row on Thor.
Nice.
Have you guys got any marathon experiences back to back on coasters, Ryan?
Yeah. So funny thing is, I'm pretty sure all of you guys have heard of Mr. Beast, haven't you? Well, if you remember when they did the I think it was 1,000 times on that roller coaster, they actually let me have a couple goes on there whilst they were doing that in the park when they were there. So I managed to go 20 times on there, and I'm not too sure. No, I don't think they had me on the actual video, but still they let me come on for 20 times, and I was sat right next.
Fair enough. That's a pretty good experience, to be fair. Matthew says, do you think Merlin Entertainment needs to executive shake up to how Alton Towers' attendance rebound once lockdown has been lifted? To be fair, I think in terms of the executive shake up, in terms of leading the park into a new direction, I think it's all right as it is for now. It just depends on what they do with investments in the next few years. I think Thorpe Park needs more of a shake up than Alton Towers.
Definitely Thorpe Park. They need to get more family rides.
Yeah, I think if they're going to go into a more family thrill direction, they're going to need more family rides. Kieran says, I would love you to do a charity football match if I was a YouTuber. Mate, if the Sidemen called me up and said, would you like to be involved in our charity match to help bring the crowds back, I'd say yes in a heartbeat if they're looking for more genres of YouTube this time.
I used to play for Chelsea when I was 9, so...
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. I went Kamali 9 times in a row, says Kieran. That's a pretty good run. That's so cool you were there with Mr. Beast. Wow, dude. And to be fair, Mr. Beast is one of those guys now where if you got one shout out, your subscriber list would grow from 2,000 to 200,000. That guy, he's helped so many small channels.
What is it? That Zalus guy went up 1 million subscribers in less than 24 hours from that shout out.
That's just crazy. Mate, I would love one of those shout outs just to get this up and running. And finally, final comment. What is your thoughts on Hummel Brummel? That's the Germany coaster from Diet Pepsi Fan 1000 Vortex. It looks like a nice little cred. It's not too thrilling, but it's not a bad cred. But yeah, it looks all right, to be fair. It's nothing too special, but it looks unique and different and strange. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, no, it looks all right. it's not one of the rides that I would do. If I'm being honest, it's not one of the rides that I would do, but you know.
Yeah, 100%. And let's end on another positive, shall we? That'd be if you got that shout, would be so cool. You could get to 1 million stubs and stopping in to say hello, says Mr. Coloresta. Hello, Mr. Roller Coasters, and yeah, that'd be so cool. So there we go. We've gone past the hour mark. So massive shout out to everyone that's been on the show. To Liam, to Ryan, to George, to James. For the first one, it's been a good show, and hopefully we can get some more people on in the future.
Thanks for that. It's been fan-dabby-dozy.
Hey, he's using the catchphrase. And to be fair, it's the support that you guys give that makes this worthwhile, because I got contacted, but I'm not going to say too much about it. I got contacted by someone who wants to work with me at 4,000 followers, and let's just say, you know those little like mini toy figures with the massive heads, not the bubble heads, but like the normal big-headed toys with little bodies. Basically, if I get 4,000 followers, I become one of them, which is nice. And I'm over halfway there already. So if I get to the 4,000 mark in the next year or two, I become a toy, which is lovely. I get my own toy.
I would have to buy that toy.
I'll definitely be launching a website and putting them on sale. Trust me, I'll be buying as many as I can get in many different forms of clothing and different catchphrases on the clothing. I'll get a fan-dabby-dozy one. I'll get a Doncaster Born Built for Theme Parks one. I'll get a normal one from the hoodie style. I'll even do some retro ones and get one of my old shirts out and copy the design from that and put it on one of them. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get 4,000 by the end of the year. But I think the long-term goal by the end of this year is to get 4,000 subs and 1 million million views. So we're already halfway there to both already, which is nice. So fingers crossed we do get there and beyond. But yeah, thank you very much to George and Ryan for being on the show. Massive thank you to Liam as well. Thank you to all the guests that's been on the show. And for now, guys, my name is Coach Chall. Keep living the Coach life. And I'll see you guys next live very, very soon. Thank you very much and have an awesome day.
Bye.
Thanks for being on the show, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you.